If you have tech neck, if you are experiencing severe pain in your shoulders or in your neck, and you just want relief, you just want to get out of pain, that's what I want to do for you in this video. So follow along to these basic exercises. At the end of it, your neck is going to be feeling a lot better. It's also going to help you with reminding your body to stay in a better position with your posture, so it will help in the future as well. Here we go. So this first one, by the way, you don't need equipment for this, so just do what you can with what you have. This first exercise is called a chin tuck, and it's probably the most important one in this. So all you're going to do for this is I want you to bring your 2 fingers just to your chin. This is going to help with practicing this movement. And then you're going to pull your chin in toward your throat, like you're pulling your neck back, like so. So just pulling your neck back, pulling your chin toward your throat, and then let it relax forward again. And then keep doing that. We're going to do at least 10 of these. And I'm not pushing my chin back. I'm using the musculature in my neck to pull back like this. And this is helping to engage the muscles in my neck that aren't being used when my head is forward or when I'm looking down. So it might feel a little weird getting used to this movement. But again, this is called a chin tuck, and this is one of the most basic exercises you can do, but it's also very, very effective. If you go to a physical therapist, this is going to be one of the first movements that they'll show you. All right, so just pulling the chin in toward the throat. And I'm not looking up as I'm doing this. I'm not looking down. I'm just pulling the chin in toward the throat, just pulling straight back like that. All right, now we're going to add something on top of that. I want you to get down into a low lunge position. I have a knee pad because, you know, this is what I do for a living. But if you don't have a knee pad, you don't have a yoga mat, you don't need those. Just get into a lunge position. If you want a little bit of cushion for your knee, you can put a sweatshirt or whatever you have lying around underneath your left knee. And then place your hands on your right thigh. Here in this position, we're going to work on your hip mobility. We're going to work on core strength. We're going to work on overall posture. Your body is all connected, so this is important. And then we're also going to integrate that chin tuck that we were doing here. So nice lunge position, meaning you want your tailbone reaching down. You should feel stretching through the front of your left hip flexors. You want to feel strong through your legs, so I'm pushing down through my feet. I want to think about lifting my ribs up and away from my hips. And then chest open, bring your arms along your sides like this. And then we're going to work on the chin tuck, right? So pulling the chin in toward the throat and then letting it relax forward. Pulling the chin toward the throat and then letting it relax forward. So we're going to do 5 of these. And by the way, these are all exercises that you can do on your own. You don't need to be following along to this video. So come back to this video often, I hope. But you can also just do these movements on your own once you learn them for that immediate pain relief. And now we're going to stay in this lunge. If the knee's getting uncomfortable, that's why I'd recommend, again, some sort of padding for this. And now we're going to add a neck stretch. So I want you to bring your chin in toward the throat. You're going to lean your right ear toward your right shoulder. And then you're going to look down at your right shoulder. Now, this is a really good one if you experience tension headaches. This is stretching the levator scapula muscle. This is kind of on the side and the back of your neck. And when these muscles get tight, they can cause that pulling sensation on the back of your head that actually causes migraines. So you're leaning your ear toward your shoulder. You're turning to look at your shoulder. If you want here, you can also bring your hands behind your back and open up your chest. So kind of think about pulling the shoulder blades together, pull your elbows back, and you're going to feel a really nice stretch, or maybe not so nice. Maybe it's intense through the neck. And this is something that I'd recommend holding for at least 30 seconds. 10 seconds really isn't long enough to do something. 60 seconds would be even better. Just depends on what you can remember to do. Or you can just, put this video on and remind yourself to do it like that. All right, let's go ahead and come out of this. We're going to give your left knee a break. Let's switch sides. So now my left leg is forward, right leg is back. Once again, I want to make sure that I'm not arching my back here. Think about bringing your butt under your torso. Lift your ribs up and away from the hips. We want to stay relatively strong through our legs. So I'm pushing down through this front foot. I'm pushing my back foot into the ground. And you can be tucked or untucked, just whatever you need to do so that that foot is active. And then we'll start with some chin tucks. So pulling the chin in toward the throat, letting it come forward, and then chin in toward the throat, and letting it come forward. And again, this chin tuck is A really important exercise. As you're doing it, you should feel sensation through the back of your neck. You should feel kind of a stretching, maybe a tightening sensation, feeling those muscles work. And again, these are movements that we don't normally do, so it will feel kind of weird at first. And it is the exact opposite of what we're doing with our muscles when we're in this kind of hunched over position over the keyboard or looking down at our phone. All right, now we've done a few of those. Now let's add in the neck stretch. So you're going to lean your left ear toward your shoulder and then look at your left shoulder. Now we're going to feel the stretch kind of from the ear all the way down to the shoulder. And again, this is targeting the levator scapula muscle. You might also feel some stretching through the traps. Those are the muscles that are responsible for tension headaches. And you might not realize this, but there are muscles in the back of your head, which I was kind of surprised to learn when I first learned this as well. There are muscles in the back of your head, so those muscles getting tight, that's what causes headaches. So we're working on those muscles here. Now, if you want to add a little bit more to this, bring your hands behind your back, and you can just cross your hands over your back. If that's hard to do, you can bring your arms along your sides, palms facing forward. And then think about bringing the elbows back and flaring your chest open, right? So broadening your chest so you feel stretching through your pecs, right? The front of the chest as well. Most of these movements we're doing here, the goal is to do kind of the exact opposite of what you do when you are hunched over your phone or hunched over a computer. All right, so if you can remember to do this more often, think about how you're leaning forward, how your neck is out in front of you, and your head is heavy. That causes a lot of stress on the neck. So we're trying to get the head back so that the head is on top of the shoulders. And we're also trying to get the chest open instead of hunched off and closed forward. All right, we'll do another 10 seconds here. Still feeling that stretch through the right side of the neck. All right, and then go ahead and release. From here, we're going to take it down onto the ground. If you can't go onto the ground, totally get it. This is something that you can do later. This one's called a Cobra, and this is a really good stretch. It's going to help strengthen the muscles in your upper back and in your neck. It's also going to help get your spine in an arched position instead of rounding forward, which is what we usually do. So you're going to bring your hands under your shoulders, and I want to show you this in a way that helps you focus more on strength and less on flexibility. So your hands are going to be under your chest, your thumbs basically at the bottom of your chest, your elbows along your sides, hugging in toward your sides and down toward the hips. And then I want you to lift your chest just an inch off the ground using your core strength. So you're not pushing your hands into the ground to press yourself off the ground. You're using the strength of your hips and your core to lift your chest off the ground. By the way, if you have a belly, this is going to be uncomfortable. So I just want to put that out there. If you want to, you can kind of mimic this position from a standing position instead if you have a belly, right? So you can try doing this position where you're standing and squeezing the arms back like this if it's unbearable and you can't do it. So then from here, we want to squeeze the elbows back, right? Squeeze the elbows away from where your chest is facing and then down toward the hips. You can use your core strength to lift your chest higher off the ground. Think of doing that chin tuck that we were doing, right? So you're pulling your chin in toward the throat. We can look slightly forward here to get a nice neck bend. We're trying to keep our breathing controlled, which is hard to do in this position. And this is one that if you can do this for even 20 seconds, this is beneficial. We've been holding this for probably 40, 45 seconds right now. So this can feel intense. That's why I want to give you that standing modification instead, if it's too much. But this Cobra is a really good one because we're getting the muscles in the upper back active. You should feel those muscles around the shoulder blades working as you squeeze the arms back. We're also getting a nice little extension or arching through your spine, which is the exact opposite of what you'll do when you're sitting. All right, let's go ahead and relax. And then from here, I'm going to have you guys stand up. We're going to go into a standing position. And if you can, bring your fingers behind your back, interlace your fingers. Now, this takes a lot of flexibility to do. So if you can't do that, you're going to bring your hands behind your back. Maybe the hands go on top of one another like this on the small of your back, or maybe they just go to your waist like this. Squeeze your elbows back so your chest opens up. do a chin tuck, pull your chin in toward your throat, and then I want you to just look slightly up. So this is very similar to what we were doing with a Cobra on the ground, but now we're doing it from a standing position instead. Now, I want you to make sure that your butt isn't poking out behind you and you're arching your back like this. I also want you to make sure that you're not just letting your head fall backwards. Think about lifting your head up and away from the shoulders. So the back of your neck is long, not like this, but long. You can even grab kind of the sides of your head and pull it up and away from your shoulders to create that length, and then slowly looking up. And this is a very basic but effective standing back bend. This is really good for strengthening the muscles in the neck, and this is going to help you with correcting your posture. This is something you can do for 30 seconds, 45, 60 seconds, even 90 seconds, as long as you're maintaining good technique. And then let's go ahead and relax. So just do me a quick favor here. Just stand up. Notice how your neck, notice your posture, your shoulders, and hopefully there's an improvement from start to finish. If there was, please hit the like button. It lets me know that this is helpful for you guys. I also have a great 5-minute posture fixing workout, which is similar to this, but includes some other movements that you might find helpful if you found this video helpful. Be sure to subscribe. We put out a new video every week. Leave a comment if you have a question, or you just want to say, hey, this helped, and I hope to see you guys in the next video soon.